Holy water.
We living that high life. High life. We living that high life.
Got tired of living fucked up, tired of doing bad. Had to do something. Get up off my ass. Foot on the gas. No time for breaks. Give me 30 days, I'm gon' make some shit shake. Get my trap back jumping. Back running my city. I run with the done, so the hood fucking with me. Pussy rate shot up, then wired the whole block up. In the middle of the recession, I inspired boys to guap up. Could've been a doctor, lawyer, anything I wanted to be. Mama, I'm sorry, that shit just went in me. You birthed a G, shit, it is what it is. Me and all my friends.
We living that high life. High life. We living that high life. We living that high life. High life. We living that high life.
You only got one life to live, so nigga live to the fullest. God, family, money, everything else is some bullshit. Y'all niggas so slick, y'all niggas know it all. Really, you a bitch. Your bro the one who got the balls. Y'all make a nigga job so motherfucking hard. You serve no purpose. Really, you in the way, boy. Move, fuck off, let a nigga eat. Before you get fucked out, real talk. Understand me? Goddamn me, it's killing the feeling. Fuck what y'all talking about. I'm chasing these millions. So get about your feelings and get like me. Cause me and everybody I fuck with, we living it.
High life. High life. We living that high life.
Say, lil' mama, won't you come and dance on me? I'm the type of brother sweep you off your feet. You ain't never met a player quite like me. I'm the type of brother that get you wet in your sleep. Say, lil' mama, won't you come and dance on me? I'm the type of brother sweep you off your feet. You ain't never met a player quite like me. I'm the type of brother that get you wet in your sleep. Hey, Miss Lady, Miss, how you doing? That thing's looking right, and you the one that I'm pursuing. Welcome to the party, girl, I know you like my music. I see you in the corner with your best friend grooving, bouncing, shaking, take it to the floor. The way that you working got a nigga want more, but you ain't seen nothing yet. I got something to say, cause I'm about to give it to you on the dance floor. When you drop it, pop it, girl, don't stop it. You the life of the party, everybody watching. Drop it, pop it, girl, don't stop it. You the life of the party, everybody watching. Say, lil' mama, won't you come and dance on me? I'm the type of brother sweep you off your feet. You ain't never met a player quite like me. I'm the type of brother that get you wet in your sleep. Say, lil' mama, won't you come and dance on me? I'm the type of brother sweep you off your feet. You ain't never met a player quite like me. I'm the type of brother that get you wet in your sleep. Drop it, pop it, girl, don't stop it. You the life of the party, everybody watching. Drop it, pop it, girl, don't stop it. You the life of the party, everybody watching. You looking kinda fly, girl, come over here. Yeah, the nigga like me, whisper something in your ear. Cause I am the teacher, and the lesson has been learned. It's time for you to sit down, cause now it's my turn live. You got me sweating, baby. question, baby. I just wanna. Say, lil' mama, won't you come and dance on me? I'm the type of brother sweep you off your feet. You ain't never met a player quite like me. I'm the type of brother that get you wet in your sleep. Say, lil' mama, won't you come and dance on me? I'm the type of brother sweep you off your feet. You ain't never met a player quite like me. I'm the type of brother that get you wet in your sleep.
Hey everybody, this is Shybella. Welcome to Straight from the Hip on tonight with my co-host Hollywood.
Hey.
Our two guests for tonight, Kevin Belcher, also known as KB Pops, C.O.D, also known as DJ Gizmo. They were our guests for tonight. How everybody doing tonight? Thank you for logging in. What you do for the weekend?
Oh my shoes! Saturday night, of course, I had to watch that fight. Of course,
Don't
and
please.
got the awesome results that I wanted. You know, all right. Shout out to Floyd Mayweather. So it was all good, and
That was a secret.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I don't even want to talk about it.
Oh man,
Because I didn't get to see it, and I didn't
Oh,
get to
really?
attend the fight party, but it's all good.
oh, it was awesome. I just wish he would have went ahead and knocked him out before the 10th round, because he was asking for it.
Yeah, I heard enough of it, though. They was all at the fashion show. Mayweather won, really?
Yes. Really, were you surprised? Did
Yeah,
you think
were
it
you
would be a different
surprised?
outcome?
Were you surprised? How you guys doing tonight?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you for being on the show.
Yeah, straight from the hip.
Right, right. We have Kevin, which is I call a community mentor, you know, spiritual, inspirational leader. He is also like a brother of mine. Very inspirational person. Encouraging, had a lot going on. I put on the flyer, a man with a story to tell.
Amen.
I said, tune in so you can hear the story behind his glory.
That's right. Waiting on that book. Waiting on that book.
He is also a KNON radio personality also. So tell us a little bit more about yourself so that the people can get more acquainted with you.
You know, I try not to dip too deep in my past.
That's all
I
right.
don't ever know who listening.
Okay.
Already.
So, but you know, all I can say is really God's been good. I know one of the things you asked me was, what's my favorite song? I say,
Right.
never would have made it.
Amen.
Amen.
It's a story behind the glory for real. And, you know, I guess I'm just no different than the average person that grew up out of Bunton, straight
Already.
out of Bunton. You know, you see and do, and then you become. And that's really what it was. You try to do things, and, you know, I've been all around the world.
Already.
I've done a lot of things.
Yes.
Too, a lot of things. I've been in the Army. I wore the uniform.
Right.
All for your country.
I
Yeah.
done gangster.
Salute.
You know.
Salute to you on that,
Yeah,
serving the
yeah,
country.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Loved it, enjoyed it. Some of the best, greatest times in my life was over in Europe. Matter of fact, it's ain't a whole lot of other things I done like that.
Right.
When it just comes to the newness of life, because as a whole nother world
Right,
that I
right.
experience, a whole nother culture.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the things that what our people, our youngsters need to see is another world.
Right.
Because man, this killing and banging and all that, we done all that, done it all, but that ain't it.
Right.
That ain't it. It's a beautiful life out there for a whole lot of people.
That's right.
They just got to be exposed to it.
Right.
And so that's really what I try to do. I try to inspire people and encourage people to get out of what they in and start focusing on something that's gonna matter.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I remember having all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And it didn't take but an hour for it to be gone.
Amen.
And that's for
You know
real.
what I'm saying? Now,
That's for real.
that convertible BMW outside
Yeah.
right now, they can't get that one.
That's right.
That's mine. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? So,
Worked hard for
That's
it.
right.
And work, I have to work and pay bills.
Yeah.
You know, but that's part of being responsible. And I think once you realize that you can, and even with barriers, you can succeed.
Yes,
That's right.
you can.
That's all I'm saying. I
Yeah.
probably get jumping the gun.
No, that's
Yeah.
okay.
But
You
I'm
good.
always-
You
I'm
good.
just saying,
Obstacle
never
out
give
there.
up. No matter how many mistakes you made, because you looking at a mistake maker. I made a whole lot of them, and that's all I got to say about it.
Right. Nobody's perfect.
Right,
You
nobody-
That's all I
understand.
got to say about it.
You
I made a lot of
understand.
major mistakes. And
Right.
found myself in some situations
Right.
where I'm not supposed to be sitting in this chair. today.
Exactly.
That's all I'm
Exactly.
saying. I'm not even supposed to be sitting in this
Exactly.
chair.
Exactly.
In many facets, I ain't supposed to be sitting here, but I'm sitting here today because of the grace of God.
Yes,
And
amen.
He had a plan for my life, just like He do for everybody.
Yes,
Right.
You
it's
just
true.
gotta be tuned in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think we oftentimes I apologize on behalf of all pastors, ministers, or whoever, because sometimes they make it hard. They make church hard.
Yes,
And really, it ain't even about church, y'all. It's about relationship.
it is.
That's right.
It's about relationship, man. No matter where
That's
you
right.
at, because here's the thing: no matter what you do, no matter where you at, God still loves you.
Yes, that's
But
right.
you don't have to love Him, but He loves you.
Yeah, and I tell a lot of people that all the time.
That's the thing that really blew my
Right.
mind, and He showed it. He showed it when I was in a situation where I know, you know what I'm talking about, but
Right.
when you know, doing something that I was facing, and then all of a sudden He just stepped right in,
Yes,
Right in.
flip it around,
flipped it around.
flipped it, and
Yes,
I'm here to talk about it today.
Right.
Right now you
Man.
have a testimony.
right.
You hear what I'm
That's
saying?
You do.
Yeah.
Testimony and love to tell it.
Because I tell people, you know, like a lot of times I get people who be asking me, like, you know, what made you decide to come out of the streets? And I said, I had to go do a little time in jail too. And I'm like, who in the world would want to live like this?
Yeah.
So I transformed and reconformed my way of thinking and learned how to hustle and grind in the right way.
Yeah.
So that way, the stuff that I work, the things that I gain in this hustle, this grind, can't nobody take it away. Only I can make the mistakes of losing it.
That's it.
So, like you just said, can't nobody take that car away from you out there.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. And I'm gonna tell you something else. This is for the hustlers. This one is for the hustlers. Let me tell you something. You ain't nothing but entrepreneurs.
That's it.
And like you say, you can go manufacture drugs. You hear what I'm saying? And just
Right.
get you a team, get you a staff,
Get your business plan. Put that on
and
paper.
put that business plan. You can do the exact same
Yes.
thing by going and getting some real merchandise and products
Exactly.
and marketing it, distribute it,
That's
and
right.
do the
He
exact
telling the
same
truth.
thing and make just
He
as
telling the
much money.
truth. Cause I had got with a guy and we made, you know, like he was selling slightly irregular name brand clothes.
Yeah.
And so I was taking it and like I took that hustle that I knew from the street and I applied it and I was selling clothes out the trunk of my car and was killing it.
Be
So
surprised.
yeah, because if you have that, like you said, any hustler, that's entrepreneurship. That's that mindset. That's that boss mindset. So just use it to do it the right way.
That's right.
Then you don't have to worry about looking over your shoulder or if you're going to live to see tomorrow or if everything going to be taken with the
Absolutely.
blow of a breath. You know what I'm saying?
That's
That's
right.
it. That's it.
That's true.
But it's out there for you. You just got to tap in, and you got to make that, because it's hard to get caught up in it, and then it's hard to get out of it.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm, you know, my situation was, it happened the way it was supposed to happen,
Right?
and he had to lock me up to set me free.
Yep.
Yeah, to lock you up, you know,
I ain't
put
been
you
locked
in
up no more.
mold.
No more.
You have
And
time
that's
to
what-
sit and think about
Right.
stuff.
That's
Yeah.
And see, that's why I was telling somebody the other day, I said, my brother is the reason why no man can step to me and say, he doing bad because he been in prison. He on paper. He can't get it the right way because the man is holding him back. No,
No.
You know, and I don't know if you wanted me to say this, but you know, Kevin Pops KB was one of the biggest hustlers in South Dallas.
Yes, he
and
was.
he transformed his whole life. He got out, he didn't go back to it, and now it's like, I know you work for the city of Dallas, and you help other felons and other people get jobs too with the city.
Just last year rewrote the whole background check policy.
Awesome.
Exactly.
And had it reduced from 10 years waiting period to 5 years with people with felonies.
That's right.
And 3 years with people with non-violent felonies.
Already.
So now you got to wait 3 years with a felony.
Yeah, already.
You ain't got no excuse.
No excuse.
He is
No
the
excuse.
senior
No
human
excuse.
resource analyst. Senior.
Yes,
Right,
indeed.
so he done went from prison to coming out and making it happen. So that's exactly what she means by no excuses.
No
No
excuses.
excuses.
No, it ain't none. You just gotta grind. It's hard. It's tough.
Yeah.
It is.
But we make it tough on ourselves because when we make those decisions, consequences follow.
That's right.
Right.
But it's still not an excuse to give up because at some point, you just got. They got all kinds of programs now for people
Offenders.
can get different trainings and stuff. All you got to do is go right up there at City Square.
Yeah,
They-
exactly. Right there.
They'll hook you up.
Right.
They'll hook you up.
Right.
I promise you. No matter what you got,
That
they'll
is
find
so
a way to
true.
hook you up. Give you a skill that you don't have to go into an area and not worry about a background check. 'Cause
You know,
they got construction
And
fields.
you know what? I recently, I've been in social work for 22 years.
Mm-hmm.
I recently passed out information and posted. Anyone wanted to take an IT course? City Square was offering
That's
it
right.
free. And it was a 10-week course, free. But you got to go Monday through Friday from 8 to 5.
Yeah.
And then they were going to do job placement. I only had 3 people to contact me to inquire about that.
And do you know I'm the one that do the hiring for our. I manage all of our IT positions
Exactly.
now with the city. Most of them are over $100,000 a year.
Okay.
Matter
Good
of fact,
money.
they go all the way up to 100, 150, 160,000.
Exactly.
So, and that's the area that we need us in.
That's right. It's a high commodity.
Right. And it's
I don't,
true.
it ain't a whole lot of
Demand.
us.
It's
Well,
not.
that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of stuff out there that you can take the advantages of now and tap into those different various training programs.
Right.
It's a sacrifice. Yeah, you might not be working, you might not be making no money right now, but when you get that, when you finish that training and it's not that long,
They're doing job placement and
then they connect you on a job and then you
Right.
stay there a while then until you can move up and move up. Before you know it, you making 6 figures.
That's true.
Just like that. Same thing a lot of people don't even understand right now. There's a shortage in the construction field. But the construction field right now is producing a whole lot of millionaires because it's a shortage.
yes.
And so that's another area that you can, look at, if you look around you, everywhere you look, it's nothing but building.
Development.
It's development.
That's right.
Nothing but builders. And I'm going to tell you, we got the right people right now in city council that's really fighting for equality. They fighting for equality and they're saying, you know what? We want some black contractors on everything
right.
that happened in the city of Dallas now.
That's right.
Right.
So now's the time to grind and you know, I'm telling you, step out, get you a training, get you a skill set that you ain't got to worry about, and you'll be fine. You'll be good. In fact, if you're your own boss, you ain't got to worry about nobody.
That's true.
Okay.
That is so true.
Simple as that. Simple as that. You know, so you got to think entrepreneurship. Some of y'all ain't called to work for nobody. That's too bad. But you can work for yourself.
Got to work for
But
yourself.
you can do it legit too, because
Yeah.
I'm telling you, anybody know that's been in the game. It's a matter of time. If you're in the game and staying in the hustle game, it's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time whether you're gonna die or go to
You
jail.
get locked up.
It's gonna be one of the two. It's one of the two. It's
Right.
It's a matter of time.
Right.
Coming.
Already.
I thought I had the slickest game in D for a long time.
You think it was gonna happen?
I was just talking to y'all talking about parties. I literally threw a 7-year party nonstop.
Yes.
You could. It wasn't a time that you couldn't come where it wasn't. Where
That's
a party was.
right.
Round the clock.
Yeah.
That was every weekend.
That,
You come right
I'm
over
telling
to the
you,
house.
7 days a week.
It was 7 days.
7 days a week.
Terminate on guard.
Had the big turn
Yeah.
on guard.
Right.
I had the only dog that I wasn't afraid of, and you would talk to him in German or something.
Terminator. Yeah.
I was like, because I wasn't afraid
y'all
of him.
getting
If
me
he
now.
Yeah. But you know, still, because still to this day, when
Yeah.
your name come up, people relate you to Terminator and Roxy.
Yeah.
Those what were they?
Rock
Rottweilers.
Yeah.
You gotta
Big.
understand. You gotta understand. Back in that day, back then, it
Those
wasn't no
were the
Rottweilers around.
Yeah.
I don't see him anymore at all.
It wasn't none around then. I was one of the first people in the Dallas Metroplex that brought them in from Germany.
Yeah.
Right? And,
And
you be talking.
And spoke to him in German.
and spoke in German. Yeah, I could speak English, but I trained them in both in German and English. But I mostly everything y'all heard it. Most of the time I
Yeah.
spoke German.
Yes,
I
you
spoke
did.
German too. But they if anybody know, I wish I just had videos back then.
Yes.
Cell phone.
They had
We had the big old, we had them big old phones.
in the bag, in the zipper bag.
No
Right.
camera on it. I mean, no camera or nothing, but that was one heck of a dog. I mean,
Yeah.
the dog. Yeah, he was a human. He was the next thing I could. You remember I used to give him big old.
Yes.
Tell the story. Remember, and I cut it to y'all show. Remember one day I was over there, you said, because he used to be cool with it.
Yeah.
You said, I want to try something. Jay said, you gave him some money. He went and put it up.
Yep.
You said, now Jay, try to go to the room. And he said,
Yep.
That was
trained.
Hard dog.
He was trained.
Yeah, I could give him a bankroll and he'd go hide it.
Yep.
Better not try to go get it.
You better not.
Because one thing about Terminator, I can turn him on and I can turn him off.
Right.
Just like a switch. I can say pass off and he finna kill you. And I can say name and he finna sit down
Yep.
and give you 5.
That's right.
That's right.
get that power.
Yep. That's what's up.
That's right. Just like that.
We was a witness to that.
Oh, yeah, real.
On too high.
Yes. Yes.
It was some good times though, but we grow and then we
Yeah.
learn from situations and we grow and we take the advantage of the things that we go through, the experiences, because life is all about experiences and it's about learning. You know what I'm saying? You don't do the same thing all your life, especially if
You
it's,
can't.
if it's wrong.
Get older and get wiser.
As you get older, you're supposed to get wiser.
Yeah, we hope.
Yeah.
But some of us a little hard-headed than others.
Hard-headed.
But through it all, I'm telling you, man, my main thing right now is I don't care who you is and what you're doing. Boy, there's a man upstairs that's smiling on you.
Right.
That's why you still here.
That's it. That's
you be wondering why that bullet miss you like it used to miss me. I feel the heat from it.
Got some people out there praying for you.
That's right.
That's right.
Something I learned.
That's right.
Somebody's always out there praying for you.
Yeah, but I appreciate everything y'all coming, hollering at me. And
Of course.
it's good to share those old memories
Yes,
with good
definitely.
friends.
Right.
We did have some.
Because we lived it. We were all out
Yeah.
there
Yeah, we were all
at
there.
the parties
Yeah.
and barbecues together with you on that
Right.
grill.
Yep.
Right.
And
I'm
I love
telling
to
you.
cook. I always
He did. He stayed on the grill.
No matter what I did, I would cook. If I would feed anybody.
The best cue going on Hardin Street.
Not only that, so I was cooking gumbo way back then.
Yes.
Thank you.
With lobsters and
Yes,
crabs
it was.
up in there, and giving it to
Yeah, and anybody who
Folks.
stopped by, everybody in the
Anybody.
neighborhood ate when nobody home.
Like trap stew.
Yeah.
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 Not the
Well,
trap
I felt the need to do that because in a way, I pay homage to you because I'm not gonna try to get all sentimental and stuff, but I tell people I'm like an M&M. I'm hard, hard shell, but
It's soft
soft
on the
and sweet
inside.
in the inside. But when I first came to Dallas in '90. Straight country girl, just gullible, you know what I'm saying? But I still say that even then God saw fit to put me in the presence of guys that, they didn't take advantage of me for being gullible or nothing.
Right.
They didn't try to sleep with me.
Right.
They wasn't trying to use me and all that stuff. They took me under their wing and they taught me how to survive in these Dallas streets. So, that's why I always tell people, those my brothers. They taught me how to hustle. They taught me how to survive because, I was like homeless. I was living in empty houses and stuff, or doing whatever I got to do to survive. But they taught me the game. They taught me how to respect myself as a young lady and how to get it for myself. I sat back and I watched these guys, and I saw a lot. I saw a lot. I witnessed a lot that I wouldn't dare say on air either. But you know, it just taught me. It really did taught me. So I think that like the people that I've been having to come on this show, I have to honestly say are our real MVPs. You know, these are the people who really out here in these streets that's living it, has lived it, has made the major change. They wasn't given, you know, here you go, like great opportunities to be millionaires overnight and all that stuff. They have to work hard to get where they at in life. And that's why I feel like the people who really like that are the real MVPs in this world. They really, their story needs to be told. That's right. You know what I'm saying? And even with you, C.O.D., a lot of people, they probably pass you in the street and think you're just a regular old Dallas dude. Yeah, so already. I'm going to read like a little brief, you know, of his little resume.
Yeah, everybody know who this man is.
He have a long resume. Like, it's more than I even knew, you know what I'm saying? But it said, you know, he's been in the industry for 30 years, since 1982. And you have been a songwriter and an engineer and a producer, manager and CEO now of UMG Production. But your resume go as far back as doing working alongside Quint Black, Blowfly, Rally Boys, Pookie and Lucci, Run C, Devin the Dude, Too Short, Lil Kiki. And when I saw Hawk on there, I was like, really? ESG, Lil Flip, Big Pokey, and that's just the name of few of them that he's worked with. And you know, so that resume kind of long.
That's what you say.
Everything you say.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I say first and foremost, just like y'all know, God's been good.
Yes.
You know? And back then, 82, you know, it wasn't K104, just KKDA. You know, you had 107.5, K&OK. You know, and it was, I think her name was Julie Summers, I believe. She was playing on the weekends. But then we used to have, when we was living in East Dallas then by Juanita Crab, we used to come up to Juanita Crab and DJ outside on the weekends and stuff. Me and this cat from East Dallas named D. Lynn.
Right.
And we used to DJ at the East Dallas Community Center, just sit up outside Portside apartments. You know, we go to Prince Hall on Dixon.
Bertrand.
Jam outside, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
All around. So people knew us from jamming. That's when they used to have outdoor concerts all the time, radio station. So one particular time they had this group that wanted to call Project Funk. Came up there.
Right.
And we lived right there. So we always hanging at the park. You know, people knew I would DJ sometime. And
right.
U-Shake. I heard about him, you know, on the radio, but had never, you know, U-Shake. We young listening to the radio. You don't really know. He's just a DJ. And when he drove up on the grass, he just told me, hey, come help get these records out for me. So I got the records out, took them up on the stage. I'm up there with him while the whole thing going. That night, he went to Twilight, the skating rink. Now, I'm bad. Not just bad, but I ride in the car with him. You know, he talking to me the whole time. So from that point, it was like every time I came to Twilight, he had me there with him. Right. Took me on his wing. At that particular time, I was going through some things with my mom and family and everything. So I was out on the streets. A lot of people didn't even know it. And he showed me how to make money and take care of myself. Right. You know, he's the first person to show me how to go get a motel room from the money I made DJing. Yeah. So he took me on his wing from Stars to Twilight to Pizzazz to anything he was doing. Growling Prairie after parties, the Dr. Rock battle, when we knocked out the electricity on the whole block, Elam and Buckner, I was right there. All of that. Right. You know, and had my show on KNON when it was 90.9. And it was a Wednesday night show, me, Nippy, Jamie Green Jordan, and Tony Winfrey. We had our show. But then Snake them came in, and Nippy came in, and they gave Nippy our slot. And Snake them came from the night, from that one time to the evening. But we've all been doing music, you know, getting to know each other around the music scene. So for me, being with U-Shake, got a chance to meet a lot of people, all the different clubs. all the 36-hour marathons on the radio, all of that. So I just fast forward a little bit. City Lights. And we was talking about this earlier. City Lights, the thing used to be Thursday night, ladies' night.
Right.
That was it.
That was
That was the thing, Thursday night. But this one particular Wednesday night, because we had talent night Wednesday night. Now, 3 weeks prior to that, we had brought MC Hammer down here.
Right, I
Before
remember
he
that.
signed his $30 million deal. So I'm sitting out there at the mixing board, because I've always been a sound person, looking at this white cat on stage, and me and sound man, Keith Hilburn, like, who is this white boy up here trying to imitate him? Not knowing.
Vanilla.
2 weeks later, it's
Vanilla Ice.
You know what I'm saying?
Vanilla
And
Ice.
the way that it went down, because Tommy Quan owned City Lights.
Right.
Tommy Quan owned the record label that Vanilla Ice was on. So Tommy Quan owned Monopolies.
Okay.
And even going to Del Rey Goldfinger. Del Rey was
Yep.
on Tommy Quan's label. So that's how Vanilla Ice came about up in that mix, you know what I'm saying? Right there seeing it all. I mean, it's so many stories.
Yeah,
I
so that's what I'm
got
saying.
so
And
many
a lot of
stories,
people don't
man.
even know that. I mean, even just listening to you tell all that. When the first time I met you, I would have never known that you played a part in all of that. So, I mean, it's interesting, really interesting to hear that tonight, because I remember all that, because I'm older than what I look. A lot of people think I'm young, but I remember all of that.
I can tell you so many, man, I have so many beautiful stories, and rest in peace to my mentor, Shay. We just had a memorial for him, excuse me, a memorial a couple of months back, but
And Lil Cajun.
man, and Lil
I
Cajun,
remember
he
that.
taught me so much. I mean, I was at 104 in 82, 83, 84. So to me, the radio, even the owner, Heyman Childs, I mean, that's I've been there. You know, that's nothing for me. And being able to just take that experience and still be here, you know, 2017. And I'm still
Already.
relevant. You know, people still come to me to do music and production and DJ if I want to, you know, private parties, whatever. So that's what it is.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, we're going to cut it off right here for just a brief moment and take a break, and then we're going to return and do a little bit more chit-chat with our guest of the night, and then we're going to go into our topic of the week, toxic people.
Oh my.
Y'all stay tuned. It's going to get good.
I tell you.
So we all experienced a few toxic
Yes,
people in our lives.
What's your restaurant, man, shop?
Here, I'll show you. I'm going to tell the ladies. So I'll show you right now.
Oh, wow. You gotta forget about the Terminator story. You know that. That's my heart there.
I base my whole dog stuff off of him. Yeah. Dog. Man, that dog got human. You get like, what's up? You chilling? I'm like, there's certain way you might be watching. You can watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like him.
Matter of fact, I didn't even have to speak to him. I had body. I could do body size. Body language. Even though I never seen I've been saying I'm giving it up.
Let me know you know I'm down the road. Maybe we could take this road on a private beach. Walking on sand and soft and snow. Know that I ain't ashamed. It ain't tricking if I got it. I'ma spend my time. Baby, do your thing. But I do mine up in them sheets. I'ma make it sing. We can hear the swag. I get us swag and we get loaded on that purple night. It's whatever you say. Whatever you want. I got it today. On the cruise. Luxurious is what it does. Baby, we can lead the way. Baby, girl, it's up to you. Let me ease your mind. Baby, we can wind at night. Later, hit you with a slow ride. Let me ease
Thank you,
your
guys.
mind.
I was not trying to start crying.
I was saying about the news.
Because, you know, I think sometimes, like, I don't even know if you really realize how much, you know, the love that I have for you. I'm not gonna get into this. Look, have everybody on the show crying.
So come and roll with me. Honey, kinda sober, come get wasted with me. I know you like to ride, so come ride with me. Just gotta show up, cause everything's on me. Can go on a cruise. Luxurious is what it does. Baby, we can get away. Baby, girl, it's up to you. Let me ease your mind. Baby, we can wine at night. Later, hit you with a slow ride. Let me ease your mind. Anything you wanna do is fine. Baby, girl, I'm on your time. Let me ease your mind.
Say what's up, this was South Dallas, man. From Bonton Park Road, Dixon and Lego, 3510. Say welcome to the South. Say let me show you what we bout. We hustle hard and hit licks and ball through a drive. We're from the South. Transport and Park Road, Bonton and Lego, Dixon and 44. We're from the South. Say let me show you what we bout. We hustle hard and hit licks and ball through a drive. We're from the South. Transport and Park Road, Bonton and Lego, Dixon and 44. We're from the South. Southside till I die. Say we're the field, this niggas white, them loud, try to take a side. Make it blood doing a drive. Making money is a way of life. We gon' ball, we gon' fight. Who's to say who's wrong or right? Welcome to Ain't Nothing Nice. Bonton, Dixon, Lego and 44. These some mates I need to know. Places might not wanna go. All the way down to the road. Welcome to South Dallas, the land.
Look, welcome to the South, we hard head niggas. All for the bread, nigga. Purse first, ass land. That's strictly how I play it, nigga. Talking about a draft and I don't know it. But speak up on some niggas getting money. Hit the South, cause we blow. See, I do this shit for Bonton. That's where I come from. We hit licks and flip bricks. We on the money run. A couple thousand ain't shit. See, we gon' keep on fucking the game and make it come to
Say
me
welcome
rich.
to the South. Say let me show you what we bout. We hustle hard and hit licks and ball through a drive. We're from the South. Transport and Park Road, Bonton and Lego, Dixon and 44. We're from the South. Say let me show you what we bout. We hustle hard and hit licks and ball through a drive. We're from the South. Transport and Park Road, Bonton and Lego, Dixon and 44. We're from the South.
Holla, you know where I come from. Southside in this bitch, down low, Bonton. Home of the lick hitters, no quitters, go get a paper stack and keep a pistol. Ball hard through the winter. Welcome to that best side, where we let them takes fly. Come across them tanks, you won't make it to the next side. It's real around here, you can kill around here. Goons out here hungry for a meal down here.
Hey, what they know about it? Better get some show about it. Hustle like it's legal. Gotta feed me and my people get it cheaper. We ball through the track like shit. Fuck it. Switch hustle. Post up. Flex muscle. 42 be the hood. 23rd is a click. Hitting licks. Get out of line and we get dead in your shit. We square beers like that whack rapper. Cash stacker. We jacker. Train. Tell them where we from.
To the South. Say let me show you what we bout. We hustle hard and hit licks and ball through a drive. We're from the South. Transport and Park Road, Bonton and Lego, Dixon and 44. We're from the South. Say let me show you what we bout. We hustle hard and hit licks and ball through a drive. We're from the South. Transport and Park Road, Bonton and Lego, Dixon and 44. We're from the South.
Welcome to the land of the monkeys. Call me the 8 King. South Dallas baboons show they ass. His spray thing. Park road full of gorillas, you know they untamed. Silverbacks collecting bananas and pushing cocaine. Through the drought, we roll back prices like Walmart. With the work, I'm Tiger Woods, work 9 up on the golf course. Park Road, the heart of the South, we keep it cracking, cuz. Dixon, Bunton, Lego, you know what's happening, cuz.
Accommodate me with your hatred, but face it, South Dallas way gutter than the other motherfucking places. Niggas got pounds in the back of they Crown Vicks with 22-inch dicks up under the bit. Flipping through trees like Tarzan, texting you off brand, trying to make $1 million out the land. Half my niggas want it, the other half just touched down. Even on parole, niggas still posted in trap. See, we addicted to the dope game. Fast money, 9 pieces, be out thug pieces, living in the fast lane. I got a fetish for fetish, I hit the club. They treat young Teddy just like a real celebrity bug. I'm hood famous like a kingpin. My hood love me and I love them back. That's how it's been. The whole South Side with me on this one. We got a whole bunch of pistols, so you bitch niggas don't want to the side.
Say, let me show you what we bout. We hustle hard and hit licks and ball through a drive from the side. Transport and Bart Road, Baton and Lego, Dixon and 44 from the side. Say, let me show you what we bout. We hustle hard and hit licks and ball through a drive from the side. Transport and Bart Road, Baton and Lego, Dixon and 44 from the side.
Welcome back to Straight from the Hip with your host Shybella and my co-host Hollywood. Our two guests for the night, Kevin Belcher and C.O.D, also known as Brian Parker. I always miss that R in there. I really do.
Yeah. You kind of mess
even sometimes
you kind of mess mine up too, cause it's Belcher.
Oh, Belcher. Okay, get a little French on it. Little French on it.
When I came back from Europe, it became Belcher.
Oh, okay, bougie. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, because it's like when I search you, then I'm like, man, I know he's my friend on Facebook. I can't never find. Then I go back and look. I say, oh, I forgot the R.
Yeah. Byron. Gotta have those 2 R's in there.
Brian Parker.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, why don't you go ahead and finish telling us about, why don't you tell us about some of the artists some of the hot artists that did come out of the Houston area? Because you seem to have a lot of them on that list.
Like 95, I'm gonna start like this because like I said, I've been doing music for a long time. Always DJing. Mm-hmm. So one of my partners that graduated from Samuel with us, he went to the Air Force. He owned a cut barbershop, but he went to the Air Force, and everybody from Pleasant Grove, whatever, South Dallas, know me from doing music. Mm-hmm. So when he came back, he came to me and said, "Man, I got 15,000. I want to put on you with the music." So I told him this was '94. When my first daughter, she had just been born, and I said, if you want to with me, you got my nigga.
Yeah.
Because I had my partner with me.
Okay.
My partner was Quinn. That was Quinn Black.
Right.
Because me and Quinn been together since the big slide was on Fit You.
Right.
I'm gonna put it like that. Yeah. When the school was up there and the basketball court was like this.
Right.
Okay. So we go way back like that. So I always kept my partner with me. So Braun, we later called him Killer B. He like, okay, that's your boy. I know you. So we rocking with it. Back then, Club Ron Shaker was open. Changed the name to Genesis. And at that particular time,
I remember that was my spot. We were naming those the other night.
He told me, he said, I want to take you out to my partner crib who gonna help us, go hook up with Short and all these other people. So we go out to Cedar Hill. This 94. Everybody talking about Cedar Hill now, but it was jumping back then. Right. 94. So we go out there, meet the little cat, not knowing that little cat was actually little Jeff who used to manage all the artists that come through the club, bring them to Dallas or whatever. He later turned out to be Quentin's manager. So we get ready to go to Atlanta the first time to hook up with Short then or whatever.
Right.
We finna do this music deal because we had a Quint Black album before the Dirty Rice album when we was in the studio out here in North Dallas. Mm-hmm. Snake, DJ Snake, take nothing away from Don Brown. Mm-hmm. Ty, Bobo Luciano, Cottonmouth. It was a whole clique, everybody. Mm-hmm. Cottonmouth. Bobo, little brother, Triple OC, Goody right now. It was a whole clique of us and stuff. So we finna get ready to do this big old deal with Too Short. We go to Atlanta first time, come back, work on Black Album. We're supposed to go back the second time. Went the second time, we thought the deal was going to be closed. We supposed to come back to Dallas and go to the lawyers and sign the paperwork because me and Quentin was producers under Black Magic Production. When it came time to go to the lawyer, they went. They didn't get me.
Oh, okay.
So, and then, probably 3 days after that, Quentin signed with Too Short. But he signed as an artist because he couldn't sign as a producer, or he didn't want to. Because we were supposed to be doing the package deal. And I'm not talking nothing down on my little bro. That's my little bro. I called him on the phone right now. Was over there the other day. We still like this. You know, but a lot of people don't really know how everything came about with the whole deal. Even the Shake Them Haters Off song, it wasn't even Quentin's. Real talk.
Yeah, it is. Shake Them Haters Off.
It wasn't even Quentin's song. It was his cousin Chris. And Chris is on Facebook. Chris is a pastor now. His cousin Chris Harris. And the whole way the song came about, I was doing the beat. And Quentin was in the bathroom. And Chris was telling me about his baby mama. He called her drama mama. Seriously. I mean, this is a real true story. I call him now. And he'll tell y'all this. And when the phone rang, he said, CCO, drama mama. Gotta shake them haters off. And Quentin, I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
Quentin came out, he said, CO, what was that he said? Then Chris repeated it. And Quentin started doing that to that. At that time, I was already engineering at the kitchen studios. Because we basically, where a lot of people going now to the kitchen, we brought JP to where he is now. We went to JP in '95. He was in his garage off of Jupiter and Dalton Road. He was strictly rock and roll. Worked at Zoo Music Store, used to be on Lake June. And,
Yeah, I remember this.
He was strictly rock and roll. But by us, me, Quinn, I brought Cotton, I brought Blowfly, Daily Connection. We brought all the rap to his garage, so he had to move to the Fair Park. And that's where a lot of the hip-hop from Dallas really started coming through. Cotton, the Rallies, all the major artists, because we was generating music there. We was generating, you know, funds for him. Because he wasn't going home listening to Tupac or South Circle. He was strictly rock and roll. You know, but we bringing all this money to him. So that's how the Kitchen Studios came about.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's already.
So
learning
it's
a part
like,
of history.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and then there I met Devin, Lil Flip, ESG, and that's come from producing tracks for different, you know, labels that had them on there, being in the studio, engineering with them, building a relationship with them. You know, just like Hawk, the first time I went to Houston, Hawk was cool as a fan. We was right at the studio right across from TSU, right on the corner. You know, and I'm talking about, he was like family, cool cat. You know what I'm saying? It was, for me, it was like, I'm still not starstruck, but I'm grateful because, you know, to me, he's like bigger than life. Because you see, you hear about him, but to be right there with him. So it's just there with a lot of artists, man, from Houston. Just being able to be in the studio with him, hook up with him, build a relationship with him, Flip, even Devin and his manager Rico, ESG now, D-Reg and Rick Shop, D, all them cats. Yeah, true blessing.
Yeah, awesome.
Well, it sounds like you've been doing a lot of wonderful things over the past 30 years, and you've worked with a lot of artists. So, with that being said, what would you say has been the highlight of your career thus far?
The highlight?
The highlight. What would you say?
Right there. One of my kids. I'm serious.
Wait a minute.
I'm serious.
Is that the 1994?
That's my no. That's the 97. That's my baby girl right there.
Okay. All right, baby girl. We glad to have you in the house tonight.
I mean, seriously, and a lot of people that know me and see me on Facebook, my kids still being here right now for my kids. You know, first and foremost.
Yeah, that's
being here for them. I mean, music gonna always. I tell people, if you know CO gonna always do music. Cause people do ask me, you still doing music, bro? I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna do music if I never sell another track, if I never work in another studio. I'm always have a setup at home, and I'm always do music. Cause
it's your passion.
That's what God blessed me to do.
Right.
Because out of everything I've been through, straight out of South Dallas, East Dallas, Fraser Court, Bonton, Dixon Park Road,
already.
I've never ever been to the penitentiary.
Amen.
Amen.
Don't
Amen.
have that
That's good.
Amen.
That is
You know,
awesome.
I'm
And
talking
you-
about. Now I ain't saying I've been an angel because I ran with Danny Bell and a whole lot of criminals. You know what I'm saying? And Anthony Ray and. But my mama, oh yeah, I go way back, Keith Way, all of them. But my mama always told me, even by me being out at 13 or 14 on my own, she said, "You go to jail, don't call me." I was just telling Hollywood because I ain't seen my dad since I was 5, so he was already. And then when Mama told me that, it's like shit.
What you say? You took it to heart.
Man, I can't go to jail. I go sit these tickets out. I'll be out tomorrow.
You do know real time.
Hey man, I can't do it because I want to be here for them.
That's
Right.
I want to be here for my grandbaby, and, you know, to be here. Yeah.
It is.
Well, I
That's a
guess
word
you
right
answered
there.
my next question then. You kind of
is.
already answered it because I was going to say, you know, with you being a artist, DJ, producer, everything, how it affected your personal life. So how many children do you have?
3.
You have 3 children.
2 girls and little C.O.
And even with it all, you just make sure you make time for family.
Hey man, that's all you got.
You got some grandbabies in there too,
I
don't you?
just got one.
Just one?
Just
Okay.
one. Awesome.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. Trying to put more than one on.
No, don't do that.
Wait a minute, exactly. That's what I say. He's somebody's pawpaw now, so you know that's
Right,
another
right.
reason to make
Well,
wise
I mean,
decisions.
you are also right.
Yeah, I went from pops to K-pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you post early in the year.
Somebody
you
mess around. So now you're a pawpaw. So oh no, I'm too young for
I
that.
know that's right.
I'm K-pop.
That's right, and that's
I'm
what I am.
K-pop.
I'm honey.
So would you say that your children also played a part of your change?
Oh, absolutely. You know, that was the crossroad of my life when Fantasia was in her mama's womb. That's when everything went down, and it wasn't even about me.
That's right.
The man upstairs directed,
Right.
orchestrated everything.
Right.
Okay.
Because he said, you know what, I got to straighten you out, because you got something on the way, and I
Right.
didn't even know it.
Amen.
You know, but I quickly found out, and then that's when that was 100% the reason why I never went back.
Right.
For real.
That baby girl right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's
right.
right. She's 23 years old now, and
Awesome.
I'll be 55 in 2 weeks.
Okay.
All right. Well, happy
right.
birthday.
To God be
That's
good.
what I'm talking
55
about.
and all the way live.
Thank God you don't look like what you've been through. I tell you, and thank God you don't look like what you've been through.
Thank God. I like what I've been through. You sure right. I'm
Right.
For real.
You know, so yeah, absolute 100. She made all the difference in my life, and you know, I don't know if you remember the story, but I ended up getting full custody of her at 4 years old and raised her the rest of her life, all the way up until
Right.
she was 17.
Uh-huh.
You know, and then she went with her grandmother. But for the most part, our relationship ain't what it should be right now, but I know it's just one of those things where she's going through a phase.
Right.
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 And that's cool. That's cool
That's
because
right.
I know how close we were for all those years, you know. But she texted me the other day and she was talking about it. She said, you know, Daddy, I love you and I really appreciate it. I know I'm kind of doing my thing right now and this and that. And I say, that's all right. It's all good. That's what we do
Right.
as kids.
That's right.
We got to get out there and learn our own, our own way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
one thing I learned, because it happened to me, and I have to go back to the word, because the word said that you train up a child in the way they should grow.
That's the word.
And when they grow old, they won't depart from it.
That's right.
They might get out there for a while and do this,
They
and do
gonna
that, do that,
return.
but eventually,
Yes.
back.
They
and
gonna
at
come
the
back.
appointed time that they
Exactly.
will come back, and that's exactly what happened with
Right.
me, and I know that's what's gonna happen for her. But she said something that really touched my heart. She said, all the years I was in school, you took me every day, and I never missed a day.
She remembered that.
It's wonderful.
I remember it too. I'm like, you know, because
like,
it was the highlight of the day.
Yes.
Taking her to school, man. We would listen to some Kirk Franklin, or you know, we'd be doing something, you know. But that interaction with us between that time of going and me dropping her off at school, and I done it to kids every day.
Every day.
I mean, she never did get sick.
Yes.
She didn't miss a day in school the whole time she was in school.
Perfect attendance award. I remember that back in the day.
I got one too. But I guess, you know, my mom instilled it in me, and I wanted to instill it in her. And, I don't know what back then, and I guess I had a motive really for being perfect. I got rewarded good for one thing. Mama, she would reward me when I perfect attendance. Plus, they acknowledged you with awards. You know,
my proud stage with your certificate.
And the other motivation was I was staying in the projects in Bonton. And you know, you get tired of looking and see back then it was red bricks and it was concrete.
Right.
It wasn't none of them fancy projects.
I had a lot of real hardcore
stuff.
Too.
We had the real hardcore stuff. I mean, no AC, no heat. None of that. You had to cut your stove on for heat.
If you had a window unit, people thought I was rich.
But it was change them fans, change them inside them fans, put them water in them fans.
Put them water hose on.
Don't go back to that.
Put them water hose on it. But that was my motivation because, you know, man, even as a kid, God was watching over me. I stayed next door to two major gangsters, the Haynes, Richard, and you remember Richard and Bubba?
Richard.
And Hat. Man, I never will forget. Me and Grady we was best friends because we next door. We always play marbles and stuff together out there in the court. You know, it wasn't no yard; it was a court. That's what we call it, the court. But I never will forget one day, me and Grady out there shooting marbles and
shooting marbles.
Yeah. See, that's
Kids
stuff
don't do that no more.
we done. That's stuff we done.
Right.
Yeah, that was our entertainment.
Marbles playing.
We didn't have no internet, no all this. No, we didn't have none of that. None of that.
For real.
We got out off of that.
That's what I was like.
We got out off of that dirt. And every other game, we created our own game. If we couldn't afford some marbles, then we would create something.
Right.
Get you some
You know, we got.
That's what I said the other day. When we were kids, we created games. We never wanted to be in the house.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We made slingshots. You know. I actually even made a gun. I figured out how to take a bicycle. I'm on the radio. I'm in the plane of we used to take a bicycle spoke and get some matches or gunpowder and put it off, stuff it off in there, and take a BB or a buckshot, put it off in there,
terrible,
and then like heat that joker up and then shoot it like
a real project.
That's how we was ready. You know what I'm saying? But let me just tell this story, man, because it was so significant. It was really a dangerous situation because Richard and Bubba had got into a fight. Two brothers, they in the house rumbling. And all of a sudden, Richard come running out that doggone house. He trying to push up. No, it was Bubba came out the house first. It was Bubba came out, and Bubba said, "Man, y'all get out the way, get out the way." All of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. You know, we ain't number about 6 years old, and Richard done bust the cap on his own brother. But Bubba was, you know, he was the kind of dude that could take a bullet like it wasn't nothing.
Oh my! But I tell you what, I bet you all y'all got a whooping. They don't care who fires. Back in them days, you all got a whooping.
The neighborhood did raise the kids. Then you know it was like
it was good
I mean, if somebody said, "I'm gonna tell your mom on you," I'm gonna tell you, you try to help him run home.
Like you never know who know your mama.
And I actually shot somebody. I actually shot my best friend, one of my best friends too. Matter of fact, I blew Grady up, and I shot another one of my friends. I'm serious. I had a pump 22. It was a pellet gun. So I'm messing with him. I forgot we were just playing around. I was about 7 then. But so I'm messing with him, and he said something. I'm just stunned, you know. man, I'll blow a cap on you. You know, I'm just a little old dude. And so I know I hadn't pumped it, so I knew it wasn't going to do nothing, right?
For the trip.
Man, I pulled that doggone trigger. That pellet went straight in his chest. Next thing I know, police even went home crying, and the mama called the police on my little butt. I'm 7 years old. You know, I run upstairs, hide the gun, get under the bed and everything. And I'm like, oh man. And then with Brady, somehow, we was going up to X-Line Park, getting a free lunch at Bethlehem Center. At Bethlehem Center. Getting the free lunch one summer, it was hot. He go inside. I get some hot ice, stuff it in a 40 ounce.
Got the 40 ounce hot.
Y'all don't do this, okay? Don't try this at home. It don't work. It will work.
Right.
And I put the top on the bottom, man, and it was so hot. He was. I guess about 10 minutes later, he come out there, we messing around in his room. That joke exploded and sent it. He had over 150 stitches.
Oh my goodness.
Because the bottle had exploded on her. Now I'm trying to knock off my best friends.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
I'm like, man, you know, I was a good dude, but I just found my way into trouble sometimes, you know?
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Well, we're going to briefly move into our topic for the night. The conversation has been really good, you know, so time I always want to fly by when the conversation is good. But our topic for the night is toxic people. I'm going to read a little, this little thing, and then we're kind of going to get your views off of it and what you think about it. And it says toxic people, people who do you more harm than good, people who cause more stress in your heart and life than comfort, people who bring you down rather than lifting you up. If you are happier when they are not around, then they are toxic to you. Time to purge the toxins from our lives. What do you think?
Absolutely. You know, I think that's one of the reasons why I'm single right now. Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm really, and I'm a good dude. I mean, I tell him, when I tell you I flipped, I went from the P game to just the straight game, you know.
Right.
I'm that cat now that do respect a woman.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Because I have a daughter.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't ever want to treat a woman the way people treat other people's daughters.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way I look at it.
Exactly.
But I can tell you this here. I can tell you this. I always end up having to cut a relationship off because of toxins. Because of toxins. And sometimes, unfortunately, an individual may not even understand or realize or recognize that they're toxic.
That they're toxic.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, the remedy, the cure to it is forgiveness. You know, getting rid of drama.
Right.
You know, because I'm at an age in my stage, I can't do drama no more.
Exactly.
Amen.
I cannot do it.
Like Mary J.
I cannot do it. I will be by myself to the day I die.
Peace of mind.
If I have to.
Exactly.
I'll take my peace
and I
of mind
say that too
over some
now.
behind any day.
Exactly. It took, you know, and I say it took me a long time to get here, but I would rather be single than to have to continue to go through life in those type of relationships. I'd rather be alone and walk this earth by myself than to continue picking up toxic people. You know, I'm happier. You know, the saying says, I can do bad all by myself, but really, honestly, the true concept about that is you don't do bad by yourself. You really don't. And even if you do go through your moments of doing bad, you accept it a whole lot better when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I mean, I had to really just get rid of somebody who has been in my life for years and years and years, and I just have to finally recognize it. Girl, you really ain't no good for me.
That's right. Yeah, I think that some people need to realize it's okay to be alone. You don't have to have a man, have a woman. You know, you ain't got to live with somebody. It's okay to be alone.
And it's not just relationships.
Right.
Like, you don't have to always have friends.
It's not
Because, you know,
relationship.
Yeah.
I mean,
just anybody, family, friends.
Yeah, a lot of people go through things and different situations in life which cause you to be damaged goods. Damaged goods.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, again, there are things that are repairable, but you have to take ownership
Right.
First. You have to take ownership.
Right.
I recognize that, you know what, there are some things about me that I needed to change to prepare myself. Even when I got married, my first marriage I had to change. I had to do a lot of cleansing, a lot of changing in my mind to prepare myself for those things. And that's the thing, you know, we all have an opportunity to study ourselves, to evaluate ourselves, do an honest assessment on ourselves, and say, man, you know what, is it me? Or is it me?
That's
right. You
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
And really deep down inside, you know
who
yourself
it
and
is.
everybody else. You know when you
Right,
wrong.
right.
That's
You just got to own up to it.
Yeah.
And then do something about it.
That's
Right. Because I have actually asked people before, have God ever allowed you to meet you? And a lot of people talking about, huh?
Man in the mirror.
I said, have God ever allowed you to meet you?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't get it, like, nah, I don't think so. But the thing is, when you get in a place in your life and it seems like every time you befriend somebody or you're around somebody, it just don't go right. It's like, so I got to a place in my life like, you know, is it me? You know, if it's me, then show me what it is about me. And he put somebody in my life that was just like me. And I did not like her. I did not like that girl. And then all of a sudden, then that's when he gave me the revelation. Like, this is why people don't like being around you. Nobody likes a know-it-all. Yeah. Nobody likes somebody who won't never admit that they're wrong.
Right.
You know, nobody likes somebody who's always correcting them.
Fact.
You know, so it's just like God had to show me that for me to change. And when I tagged a meme to your picture because for some reason it reminded me, it just related to you. And it just relate when it says that life doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by changes. You have to make that change within yourself first.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's when life started to get better for me, when I started to change myself.
And change require action.
Exactly.
And action provokes change.
Right. Hey, you better know it.
Better get that double take on that.
You
one.
better know
change
it.
requires
You better
actions,
know it.
and action provokes change.
Right.
You can't do nothing but change if you put it in action.
All right. All right.
You know, and that's the way you got to take on life. No matter if you toxic or non-toxic, you gotta. Especially if you're in a toxic situation, you know, if it ain't enhancing your life, if it ain't making you better,
right?
If you're always angry and always mad in the situation, it's toxic.
It's toxic.
Yeah, not healthy.
It is.
It's toxic. Why waste your time?
Exactly.
You know, and somebody just told me that somebody was just talking to me the other day, and they were saying, "Do you realize?" Oh, my bestie. She said, "Do you realize that Dallas right now is almost 20 women to one man?"
I can almost agree to that. I can agree to that.
Really?
I heard Atlanta.
Why the hell am I saying?
Yeah, and it's like that. Yeah, and it is like that in Atlanta. Really? I don't know. I heard that.
What you say? Yeah.
But it's true though. Exactly, it's true. Because it's a whole. That's what I'm getting ready to say. It's a whole lot of damaged women out there.
And you know what? I can take ownership to that too. You know, on behalf of all the brothers out there, I'm apologizing for y'all because I know I put my damage in.
Yeah,
I done a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean it is. It's a lot of damaged
but
women.
That's why now. Today, I make every effort I can, man, to make a woman feel as special as she possibly can.
Right.
That's right.
I want to make her feel special.
I know that's right.
My coworkers be getting on me. Kevin, Kevin, don't you go spend but getting under all these flowers and doing all this. Wait till you get to know her first. That's just who I am.
Somebody
I want
taught
to
you
give
right.
it to her for a little
Right.
It is still some good men out here.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
And we can untoxify you if you let us.
Okay.
And that's what exactly. And that's why,
I just told my daughter that coming in the building because, you know, when y'all was walking. And I said, go ahead. Ladies first, because it is still for men out there.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that's where it starts from.
Always, and my daughter, you know, she might not admit it, but I'll be on her and her sister and them, you know. They little boyfriends is cool and everything, but, you know, I was raised to where, you know, hey, you walk in the crib, you see the kitchen trash full,
Come on now.
Check it out.
Tell the truth.
Well, if I get in my dog's car and her car is not clean, but the seat leaning back, you know, I ain't trying to run your relationship, but if he really care about you, he'll take care of that.
Speaking to the mic, so we can.
You know,
right?
If he really care about you, he gonna take care of it.
Right.
That's the way I
right, and that's true.
Some men.
It is.
We might be fair numbers, but we out here.
Now I have.
That's real talk.
It is.
Like I was saying too, it's like the first man that every woman should love should be her daddy.
That's
He
right.
should set the example of how a man should treat a woman.
Treat that. That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank God for daughters. Thank God for daughters, because I was a daddy's girl, and my mom always said that God gave players girls to reform.
Yes.
Like men that were womanizers that He gave them girls. So they could look at us in a whole different way.
Exactly.
Look
I've
at
heard
women in a whole
that
different
too.
way, and that's what happened.
That is
Because
true.
my daddy, when I hear he was a womanizer, but when he had baby girl, it all changed. You hear my daddy?
Yeah. Because I was telling somebody that, you know, I'm like, y'all are really hard on women about the things that women are doing and everything like that. But then, like, the women that kind of take that wrong path and they end up being promiscuous, or, you know, they're, you know, as we talked about the damaged goods, and you want to label them as whores and bees and stuff like that, but do you know her past? Because a lot of time, if I, like, and I say this all the time, if I had a dad in my life, if I had a positive male role model in my life, I wouldn't have took the path that I had taken. I wouldn't have been in so many bad relationships, having the pattern of picking wrong men after wrong men, and thinking that every man that tell you you're beautiful or sexy wants you for real, or like or love you for real. Because we didn't have that in our lives. I actually bowed out of my marriage and let my husband free because he had a child outside of the marriage, which was a girl. And I told him, I said, and he was not really playing a part in her life because he felt like it was, like he felt like if he did that, he was, you know, something he was going against me. He was trying to respect me because he had already messed up. And he loved me enough that he wanted to stay, but you was neglecting his daughter. And I told him, I said, she needs you more than I do. I am a daughter that was raised without a daddy. Your daughter needs you in your life. Do not let me stop you from being a dad to your daughter. And I have to give it to him. He has two now. Wonderful daddy to his daughters. And you know, I took the higher road as a damaged woman because I didn't have that male role model. And then you also, and I didn't want them, because you also have to look at the fact that we're more prone to going through molestation. We're more prone to going through abuse. And when a woman has experienced those type of things, it does changes her. You know, she end up being promiscuous, or she end up being a lesbian or whatever. And then, like, as men, I'm like, and then we go through this as children growing up. And then you get to a point where you get in a relationship with men, and then they start dogging us because, truth be told, those spirits was deposited in us as little girls. That's right. So we tend to pick up the men that actually violated us as little girls. A lot of people don't know about that, but that's another subject on another show. So I'm not going to get deep on that. Exactly. But with that, you know, I want to just thank you guys for being on the show. We are actually running out of time. We didn't even get to play our little game. Name that song. Name that tune. Yeah. Okay, well, hey, did you hear what he said? Take the time. Little old me from Bonton used to hustle in the streets and everything, sitting here with our own live radio talk show. Say it ain't so. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Yes, he will. Okay, so what we do is name that song. And since we got two OGs sitting here, we're going to really go all the way back. That may not be fair, because DJ Gizmo, wait a minute, because Pops used to listen to music now. That's right. You know, like he said, he used to get them parties. He was a DJ also, the barbecue man, the host. He carried a lot of titles. Through it all. So we're going to do that, and we're going to play a couple of songs and let you. Hollywood is our lovely Vanna White. She's going to take score and see who wins at the end. I'm ready for you.
R&B. Oh, I got my Bluetooth on. Sorry.
Terrible. We've been having technical difficulty all night.
Come on, man. Bobby Womack.
Yeah, you're supposed to just holler it out.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
The one for Kate,
I know what that one is.
I do too.
Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Oh, I know
Al
that
Green.
one too. Hey.
That's
Come on.
I know.
You gotta say it.
You know artists.
You gotta say the name or the name of the song. You gotta say the artist or the name of the song.
Oh man, I can't.
Now,
I hate that.
I can't see you not getting that one.
I know.
I know the name. I can't even say it, bro.
It's ridiculous. I told y'all, I've been changed.
Okay. Okay.
Give him a lifeline.
Give it to him.
Heaven must have sent you
Yeah.
from above.
Yeah, you can say you can say either the artist or the title of the song.
Yeah, it's Marvin, man.
Tammy Terrell.
Yeah, you can either say the artist or the name of the song.
We getting old. That's all that is, though.
So that was an old one.
What's that?
That's Stevie.
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Already.
He was
That's
back.
not over.
Somebody in a Stevie mood today.
Made.
Already.
Okay. Hey.
My girl.
My girl.
Temptation.
We starting to get a winner around here.
Okay, I know, right? Come on.
Making you.
You gonna get him like that? Wait,
Y'all
you
starting to kill me.
So we gonna get that one to Jay.
Oh, come on, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Breezes, yeah, that was it.
I want a talent show on that song.
Really?
Hey, looks like
Teddy.
Teddy.
TKO.
TKO.
You gotta put it back on the microphone.
Let's see what we got.
Stevie.
Already.
He
All
got
right, looks like we have a winner, Kevin Pops.
Yeah.
Mr. Belcher.
You are our old school guru. Well, we like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight with Straight from the Hip. We have enjoyed our guests on tonight. I'm telling you, if you guys was tuned in and listening, you should have gotten fat full off this, all the information that was provided, all the encouragement and all the inspirations. And I just want you guys to just say something real quick to encourage the viewers, the young guys out here that, you know, really just need to hear a good word and get on the right path.
Male, female, listeners.
Yeah.
You want to say.
Anybody.
So,
The reason.
Already. Already.
Yeah, put your lighters on. Put your lighters on.
on a serious note, you know, my word for anybody out there is man, don't give up.
Right.
I don't care where you're at, what you done, what you're doing right now. It's never too late to flip it.
To make a difference.
And you can make a difference, you know, and you'll have a chance. You'll have that opportunity, but you got to see hope in your own self, within yourself.
Right.
Don't stop dreaming.
Right.
Don't stop dreaming, and don't give up on hope. I'm telling you, because you can make it. You can make it, and you can make a difference. You can impact entire. I wish I had one of my videos. I ain't even saw it. I didn't want to put it out there with the judge talking about me.
Right.
See, I done been.
You need to share that.
You do need to share that.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
They came to my home and filmed me about this judge.
Yes.
And there was a big story about it.
Mhm.
But one of the things he said about me, he said, you know, Kevin he impacted entire community.
Yes.
That's right.
That's right.
And saying that, you know, that coming from him, you know, it meant a lot, because at the end of the day, he didn't have to take give me that opportunity.
Right. Right.
And I end up being his advisor. He would literally call me up. Kevin, I got a situation. I got a case. I'm kind of wavering on it. What you think?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say, let's give him a try.
That's right.
And that happened so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I almost had an office. I literally had an office downtown at Lou Sterrett, because they allowed me to go in. Matter of fact, during the years of '96, and I thought I was supposed to be short. 96 through, I guess, 2013. During that whole time, I had access to the courts to where I could go into various courts and interview people and bring them out of prison, save them from going to prison. And that only happened by this judge giving me the opportunity, and then other judges got caught onto it, and other judges got caught onto it, and they was like, "Man, you hot,
right?"
They used to say, you hot around here. Everybody wants you."
Yep.
But it was just, that's why I say it's never too late. It's never too late, man.
Never.
Live life and live it right.
Yeah.
And you'll see the difference in your life.
Yes.
It will make a difference.
That's true. That's true. C.O.D.
What you got?
I say just first and foremost, anything you do, just put God first.
Amen.
You don't have to. He wants you as you are. None of us perfect. So,
none.
And you can come anytime. You ain't gotta come dressed up. You ain't gotta go buy no outfit.
Right.
You can go right there in your room, in the closet, whatever. Talk to him. Build a relationship with him.
That's right.
You can't do nothing and expect to achieve it and succeed without God. You might get a little ways.
All things.
But it ain't gonna last long.
Right.
So just keep God first, and on the music side, for a lot of the young generations, didn't get a chance to tap on that, but utilize a lot of the OG people and veterans.
That's right.
Like myself and other veterans that are around here, because we still vital.
Right.
We're still relevant.
True.
We full of a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and if you do the history, when in Africa and so forth, they went to the elders when they had problems and situations that they needed knowledge about and stuff. They went to the elders.
That's right.
It's true. So I'll be 50 in October.
Right.
So I feel good to be 50 and still be
already.
Here, be alive.
I know that's right. Still allowed to tell your story. Yes.
So,
yes.
Exactly. Utilize us, man. We're here.
Exactly. Man. And I don't know if you noticed the pattern of my show, of how I've been trying to slot young artists in.
Yeah.
With you OGs.
Yeah. Stop closing yourself off, man, because individually you might be all right, but collectively with other people, man, you're powerful. Use the people outside your circle.
Exactly.
Step outside that box. Don't put yourself inside the box. Step outside that box, because there's some people here that can make some things happen, but you just gotta use them. For real.
Right.
Don't be selfish, man. Work
Baby
together.
to relate.
Yeah, man.
Listen.
Hollywood.
All right, well, Lord.
Well,
I got my spiritual vitamin tonight.
I know that's right. That's
I got my motivation from the senior human resource analyst with the city of Dallas, my homeboy, my brother, Mr. KB, Kevin Pop.
Already.
DJ Gizmo. Local Dallas icon for many, many, many years. I mean, he didn't work hand in hand with some of the people I've been in contact with over the years, and it's just, a blessing to be able to sit here and still talk about it. Yeah, reminisce for real. I mean, it's just a blessing. Shybella Rose, she's a motivation to a lot of the women here. She's going to motivate some of the little girls from Bunton and South Dallas and Pleasant Grove to get up and do something. They can do it.
That's why I do what I'm doing. I'm not even doing this for myself. Every time I go out on the road and do photo shoots or fashion shows or just sitting here today, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for these young girls, especially like like we said, the damaged ones, especially even the ones who the low self-esteem and no confidence, because you don't have to be a big girl to have low self-esteem and no confidence. It's a lot of little women walking around here with low self-esteem and no confidence. And that's what I do to learn. You love yourself. Love yourself, because when you love yourself first, you'll make better decisions with everything else in your life.
That's right.
And then, just saying that, and I do, and that's why I tell people all the time, and I have to say this because it really made a difference when I was in Atlanta this weekend, and how people were calling me out. I was telling Hollywood how I was in, we was at a restaurant and we were getting ready to walk out, and this girl just yelled out, "Shybella, I follow you on Facebook," and I put that on everything that I love. I don't have to sit here and make up nothing. And I turned around like I could start crying right then and there. I was like, "Really?" Thank you. She told me, "Yeah, I follow you on Facebook." She told me, "My niece love you. My niece love you. You have inspired her so much because she's a big girl and you inspire her so much, and I just love you for that." And I was like, and I can't remember her name. I told her I would shout her out, but if you looking and listening, I'm shouting you out now. So, you know, it is. I mean, and I just think that people were calling me out. Like, I went to clubs and stuff in Atlanta and in South Carolina and stuff, and people was recognizing me and was calling me out, and I was like, that's what's up. Yeah, you know, like the word said, your own, you know, like, and I go real briefly scripture, and it's not verbatim, but it said, you know, where it had said about that your own would not even accept you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't get a lot of follower support here in my city, but it shows me
they was talking
that
about Jesus.
Yeah, they were talking about Jesus.
Somebody somewhere watching.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Always. Yeah. So I'm going to close out, and I'm just going to say this as an encouraging to people, as we touched on our topic, that when a toxic person can no longer control you, they will try to control how others see you. Mm-hmm. The misinformation will feel unfair, but stay above it, trusting that other people will eventually see the truth just like you did.
That's right.
And it says, and if you don't ever have to feel guilty about removing toxic people from your life, it doesn't matter whether someone is a relative, romantic interest, employer, childhood friend, or a new acquaintance. You don't have to make room for people who cause you pain or make you feel small. It's one thing if a person owns up to their behavior and makes an effort to change, but if a person disregards your feelings, ignores your boundaries, and continues to treat you in a harmful way, it's time for them to go.
That's right.
It's time for them to go. And I'm going to say that, and I just continue to believe and have faith, and God has a way of giving us a second chance, and it's called tomorrow. Amen. And every day you're able to get up in the right state of mind with the use of your body, you have a second chance of changing your life and being somebody better and greater. And just know that if you just believe in God and have faith, you can have anything, you can go anywhere, and you can do anything, because only through and with God all things is possible. Good night, and thank y'all for tuning in.
Straight from the hip, the best is yet to come. Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Best is yet to come.
That was a real good show.
We run to the ladies' room like we. All right, so we can get some more pictures.
It's gonna be.
Take a stroll on a private beach, walking on sandy soft and snow. You know that I ain't ashamed. It ain't tricking if I got it. I'ma spend my change. Baby, do your thing while I do mine. Up in them sheets, I'ma make you sing. We can get away. I get us some drink and we'll get loaded off that purple haze. It's whatever you say, whatever you want, baby, I got it. Today's your day. Go on a cruise. Luxurious is what it do. Baby, we can get away. Baby, girl, it's up to you. Let me ease your mind. Maybe we can wind it now. Later hit you with a slow grind. Let me ease your mind. Anything you wanna do is fine. Baby girl, I'm on your time. Let me ease your mind. She stay by my side. She's my ride or die for real. She'll never tell a lie. She there with me for life, for real. And she knows the deal. I got a chick and she keeps it real. She love being with me. I know how she feels. It's some usual things, so the feeling's real. So real, so real. So come and roll with a G. Looking how everything's on me and go on a cruise. Luxurious is what it does. Maybe we can get away. Baby girl, it's up to you. Let me